Right, as there's no one here yet, I think I'm just going to grab some water. Let me just type something to let people know if they're coming straight away. Why am I typing in caps? It's been that long since I've typed for this, and then I just speak. I'm just going to grab one. Still no one here. That's fine, we'll get started in a minute. Just let me get a cardigan. It could potentially be like it was last week. 17 minutes I was in this whole chat before people kept coming in. So I'm just going to take my meds. It's a lot, I know. I'm on the back foot, guys. I think I'm just going to go in with this PS Prep and Perfect, the one I've been using in probably all my lives. Just gives you a really nice boost of moisturisation. Really nice. It's much better than the Bobbi Brown one. So if you live in the UK and you're watching this later, because again no one's here, I would advise you to pick this up. It's £4.50, guys. Not much at all. But if you don't like a rich cream, then you're probably not going to like it. For instance, if you've got oily skin, I don't think you'll like that. But it's worth giving it a try for £4.50, right? I'll let that soak into the skin. No need to hurry as there's no one here. Well, my phone switched itself off, so at least there's not going to be any buzzing. Let's take this Pandora bracelet off. Okay. Right, so let's put some of the Ordinary primer in the T-zone. Oh, that's happening again where people are coming in and out. Right, I'm going to go in with this. It's in a NYX part, but it's not actually a NYX primer. I'll show you what it is. Oh, it's this one. So it's that one, but the actual pump on it is broken, so I just tend to put it in that part. Which I'll need to top up soon because there's not much left. So this just brightens it. It smells so nicely. It smells so nice. And it smells of watermelon. Do you know what I don't get? Maybe someone can answer this for me. Why people watch a live or anything like a premiere or just a video in general and don't comment. They like but don't comment. I don't understand. Because if you're investing time in that person, then why wouldn't you comment? I'd love someone to answer that question for me. Right, and then I'm going to go in with this. I've really been loving this. This is my Project Pan foundation. So it's the Missha Perfect Cover BB Cream SPF 42. And it says Missha M Perfect Cover BB Cream innovatively pairs makeup and skincare with a BB cream that helps brighten skin tone, care wrinkles. I don't get that part of it. I think there's been a spelling mistake there. prevents signs of aging and heal blemishes while providing excellent coverage. So I'm just going to put some on with this. Maybe next time I do this, I'm going to go in a bit later, like 3 p.m. or something. Maybe that will suit people. I mean, I was a little bit late to my own life. Technical issues on this side. And also I can't get for going, I'm not going to lie. It's just a really, really nice. I wouldn't even say it's a BB cream. I would say it's really full coverage. I mean, if it is a BB cream, I'd say it's full coverage then. You know, because it just makes your skin look flawless. I would definitely agree with its claims. And when I'm done with this one, I want to get a new one. I've had this a while, so I definitely want to pan it. I would say it's probably one of my oldest foundations. Just going to put a little bit more on the cheek area. I'm still really dead set on getting a HD camera for this laptop because, I mean, it's not that grainy. I played last week's live back. I mean, I was told, I don't know how you guys watch these lives. I know they're really, really long, but if you watch them in 2 times speed, then I was told there was issues. And I went and checked on my laptop, and there definitely was issues because it literally froze my laptop, and I had to shut the whole thing down and reboot it, which is not the end of the world, but I didn't seem to want to play in 2 times speed. So now I'm going to go on with the Maybelline Makeup Eraser, just on the inner corner. Yeah, it's definitely like last week. I could potentially be in this live just by myself. And then I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fur Beige. And if that's the way it is, and that's the way it is, I'm sure that's happened before. I was actually all the way through, whilst doing my makeup, I was in the live by myself. And it is a bit awkward, but not the end of the world. I don't know when the hydrating spray is. Just gonna have to use a setting spray, I think. I'm just patting that in. Right, so now we'll do brows. Oh, my back's hurting. Right, and I've just been using this pretty much by itself, all Shot My Stash. Especially the bronzer. Well, pretty much all of it. This bronzer had no panning when I started. I'm going to leave the video. No, I won't leave it here. I'll leave it in the Shot My Stash video, and you'll see that there was literally no pan. And then I got to the pan bit, and it's just expanded so much over the last couple of weeks. Blend it out with this Olivia Hale brush. Now for blusher, I think I'm going to go in with Havana. This one here, I'm not too sure I want to keep that in the palette. Barely been used. I can see someone's here. Hi. The blusher I'm using is Benefits Havana. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use any highlighter from this. So that's the palette I've just used. I've just used this bronzer and that blush. And I think I'm going to use Becca's Moonstone for highlight. Ooh, nearly wet my face. Then I'm going to go in with Hourglass Veil. Set that all down with I Heart Revolution Cranberry. And then I'm going to go in with my eye primer, which is the W7 Prime View. I think this is going to be the fastest live ever, with no one actually being here and talking. Right, so now I'm going to just go in with this powder here to set that eyeshadow base. And then for eyeshadow, I'm going to be trying the Essence bronze this way. I've not used this ever, and I've got the I Like to Mauve it, and I don't like it, so that one's being decluttered. But this one is kind of more up my street, so I guess we're going to have to go in with a lighter shade in here, which is that one, which looks really, really dark, in my opinion. Really dark. But we'll try it and we'll see what it looks like. I'm just going to use my colour switch from Odin's Eye. That was kindly gifted. And this brush, I think I got it from Amazon. Do they have names on? Yeah. Right, so that one is called Love Yourself. We're going with that. Let me know if you've used this palette or any others from Essence. Not that we can get these in the UK anymore, I don't think. It's really pigmented. It doesn't look that dark in real life. The camera on the laptop is embellishing it. Just going to really, really blend that out, because I don't want it looking too dark. I'm going to take it through to the outer V. Looking patchy on camera, but not when I'm looking up close in the mirror. Wipe the mirror off a bit. No, there's definitely no patchiness. Right, let's match the other eye up. There's not even any fallout when I try and tap the brush off. Hey Jane, how are you? I've just been sat in this live for half an hour by my own talking to myself. You've come in at the right time. I'm good. A little bit embarrassed about talking to myself in a live like this, but I wanted to do this look today. My back is absolutely killing now because I'm like leaning forward. How are you, Jane? Have you recovered? I know that you've been quite sick. yeah, you're keeping me company. It's really nice. There's another 3 people here, though. I don't think they want to speak to me. Feel free to speak, guys. Even if it's like maybe you want to ask a question. Right, so that's blended out really, really nicely. It does look darker on camera, and honestly, it's not that dark in real life. I mean, I'm sat right next to the window, as you can see there, and it's not looking as dark as it's coming across to you guys on camera. I'm going to be playing this back and seeing it and seeing what you can see. I would love like a neutral black brown to blend that out, but there isn't one in the palette. Do you know what I might do? Is I might get my Too Faced chocolate bar. It's got a shade called, I'll just get it and show you. I'm glad you're feeling better, Jane. Yeah, it's 10 degrees here where I am, and it says that it's cloudy and it's going to rain soon, which it's been raining for the last few days. But yeah, I mean, I do live in the northwest, and it's always like that here. It can be sunny in Manchester, and then you get off the train where I live, and it is the heavens have just opened. Right, what I want to do is I want to go in with this Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. It's a JH40, and I want to go in with this palette here because it's got, I think it's called Salted Caramel. Yeah, it is. It's in kind of a project pan anyway, so we may as well use it. I did want to use the Essence one for everything. I hate dipping into different palettes, but it's gonna be, this one is gonna blend out the love. Let's start again. This one is gonna blend out the Love Yourself shade that I've used from the Essence palette. Right, I do too, Jane, and I don't know whether you've been in a live before when I've showed this, but can you see that? It is cracked all over, and they're all like this. They're all like this. All 3 of these brushes that I've got, because I bought 2 separately because this one is my favourite brush, and there's definitely a fault there. If I would have known, because what I did is I put 2 away, and I only opened them in February, and I got them like in, I think, November time. If I would have seen the cracks in them, they would have definitely gone back to Morphe. Because that's not acceptable in my opinion. Oh, this palette still smells heavily of chocolate. I love it. Oh, it's 11 degrees there. Yesterday, I think it was 13 degrees here, and I'm like, wowzers. You know, that's good that it's not kind of -1 anymore. These Essence eyeshadow palettes have been raved about for so much, but I don't think you can get them in the UK. There might be the odd site. I'm sure the one that I want is the peach one. Sarah Rose raves about it. I've got the mauve one, and I don't like that, so I'll probably give that away to my niece. But this one, I feel like I'm going to keep because they're kind of my shades. What, your brushes came with cracks too, did they? Yeah. I don't feel like we get good weather in the UK, do we? You know, we get a couple of weeks in the summer. Like last summer was bad. I went out to the store to get some shopping, and as soon as I went out, it was like 31, and I'm like, I can't go out in this. I can't deal. So I went back in until later on that evening, and then went to the shop then, and it's like, no, it's just not happening. Yeah, I know. Oh, I can't be bothered looking. But were they like that when they arrived, or have they just done that over time? Because I was speaking to Naomi, and she said Morphe brushes are really nice, but they don't last for long. Right, so I got it in November. And I got my other Morphe brushes in the set only 6 months ago. They should be lasting a lot longer than that. Yeah, I mean, they're really, really good brushes, aren't they? I can't really say too much against them. And it is doing its job. The crack isn't stopping it doing its job. But my point is, it shouldn't have got to me in that state. I mean, I'll stop going on about it now, but yeah, it shouldn't have got to me in that state. Right, that's blended out really, really nicely now. Oh, I got a surprise package today, Jane. Guess what I got? I was like, when I saw what I got, I was like absolutely amazed. I mean, I knew that something was coming. I just didn't know it was that, because the person sending it to me said, "Oh, look out for the mailman. Something's coming for you soon." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." This was about 2 weeks ago, and it came today. Oh, I'm starving. Hang on. This one doesn't have any cracks in it. It's the two new ones I got. I'm just going to go in with that powder for the brow bone, and then I'll show you what I got. Just let me do this. My nose is running as well. Right, so like I said, the person that gifted me this said that something was coming soon, and they knew that 2 palettes were on my wish list. So they said, "What kind of palettes are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Well, I really like the Colourpop Snow White one, even though I've done my own dupe of it. I really like that, and I love the Colour Story for the Cosmic Brushes, the Muse palette. I would just absolutely love that, but it's out of stock, isn't it, at the moment?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it won't be that. Let me get it." I am so excited. I've got all 3 now. Let me show you. I'm not going to swatch anything just purely because I want to do that for a short. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. So grungy, and I don't really have many grungy eyeshadow palettes. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you've managed to get me one, because the first release sold out straight away, And obviously this release, the second one, sold out straight away because I wanted to get it for myself, even though I'm on a low buy. But it sold out, so I couldn't. Let's put that back. It sold out, so I couldn't. So I thought, if anything, there's only 2 palettes that I want. So I thought, if anything, it's going to be the Colourpop Snow White one, which I do. I don't know. I don't know if I want it. I mean, this one that I created myself, that one's nice. I mean, this blue in the live, this blue and yellow combo I did looked so pretty. So I don't know if I want it. But yeah, they're the 2 palettes I said I wouldn't mind having in my collection. And it's like, when the Cosmic Brushes one came, because it's indie makeup, I'm like, I can't believe it. So yeah, I'm very grateful and I'm very lucky. I will be doing some looks with it soon. I might even do lives with it, because next week is Shop My Stash time, and what I'm thinking about doing is there's going to be a declutter soon, and I want it to be fairly ruthless, especially with eyeshadow palettes. I don't know about the rest of the collection because it is just doing my head in. Early hours this morning, when I couldn't sleep, I kind of went into my drawers and did a whole different organisation. So when I do my Shop My Stash, prior to me doing it, I will show you what my palettes look like now. I've got a lot just to the side of me, kind of like what you would see on a bookshelf, but it's not a bookshelf, it's just like a unit. So I've done something there that you might like to see. And then my drawers, I used to have like 3 drawers of eyeshadow palettes, and now there's only 2. So I'll show you how I've organised that. But yeah, initially I would love to get my collection down to 2 drawers and not 3, because I think that's excessive. So I'm going to see what I can do. I was saying to my mum, even if I just kept the higher end palettes in my collection and the kind of drugstore ones that I really, really wanted, that'd probably be about 70, 80 eyeshadow palettes. And who needs that, you know? Yeah, it's nice to have, but who actually needs it? It's just getting to the point where it's like, oh. And also it's like, what do I use, you know? Yeah, the Snow White one. Do you know why I want the Snow White one from Colourpop? It's the packaging. What I should do, I don't have a printer, but what I should do is try and print off that logo that's on the Colourpop palette, laminate it, and stick it to my palette. And then I might not be so inclined to wanting the original. And do you know what else I wanted from Colourpop's website, which I don't think I'll ever get because they can't send it to the UK. My nose is running. They can't send it to the UK. The Harry Potter one. That is absolutely stunning. The only shades I probably wouldn't use in that palette are the blues, but all the other shades are really, really stunning. And as a Harry Potter fan myself, I need to go to that Harry Potter studio in London. Yeah, I really, really wanted that. My friend Karen was going to send it to me, or she tried, but, you know, they can't send it to the UK because of the licensing. So she sent me that one instead, which I really, really appreciate because it's gorgeous. I'm sure you've all seen what it looks like if you're Colourpop fans. It's this one. This is absolutely stunning. Favourite Colourpop palette. If you've not seen my ranking Colourpop palettes, go and watch it. Isn't that beautiful? I even like this glitter down here because it doesn't really feel like a glitter, and I don't much care for Colourpop's glitters. So yeah, there's that. Right, let's get back to the eyeshadow. Hey, Desi. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the licenses, whether they can actually send a palette to a different country. Does suck. And then Adept Cosmetics and Menagerie Cosmetics, I looked on their website because there's things I want to try from them as well. And Adept Cosmetics don't send to the UK. That the UK is about one of the only countries they don't send to, which is like, why? Why don't you want to send them to the UK? Why don't you want to reach a wider audience than what you've got? I know that they send to Australia and to Canada, and it's like, oh, come on, give me a break. I mean, there's ways around it for sure, but like you can create a PO box with a mail company in the US, get it sent there, and they'll ship it to you. But it costs a lot of money. I remember when Colourpop didn't ship to the UK years ago when I first started my channel. I had to do that, and it cost me so much money. Yeah, that Muppets palette is really, really pretty. I can't speak. That Muppets palette is really, really pretty. I feel like that's blended out a lot better now. I just wish it would show true to life at your end, because it's a lot lighter than what it looks when I'm looking at the camera now. I'm parched. Oh, sorry, Jane. Am I missing things? Oh, did you? The Beauty Crop We Cherie primer and setting spray. I don't think I've seen the primer. I've seen the Beauty Crop setting spray. Is it the orange one? The one that comes in the orange bottle? Because I've seen a few people on TikTok use that. I've never used anything from the Beauty Crop. There's a palette, a green one that I was going to get ages ago when I was heavily into green eyeshadows. It's called the Mojito palette, and that looks really, really nice. Not write as much as you want, and if I don't clock one of your comments, that includes one of yours as well, Desi, is just do what you've just done, Jane. Just remind me, because I'm busy applying. I'm busy doing my own thing. Yeah, I'm not really watching TikTok because I'm trying not to spend. But I don't need to blend again. I was going in with that brush to blend. That brush, guys, was the Morphine Jaclyn Hill JH30, and that's got no cracks on it. So it's just a couple of the new brushes that I bought. I know, right? It makes me spend a lot. I think the last time I bought from TikTok was in November. I got the the blushes made by Mitchell, the Pastel Dreams ones, and it did it for the 11/11. It came in a set. I think I got 5 for £11, and it's like, yes. My stomach is growling, so I hope you can't hear it. Right, what am I doing with these shimmers? Potentially, I feel like I could go in with all of those shimmers. Sorry, you're seeing a lot there. That in the inner corner, and then kind of mix of those two. If I can do this, then I won't need to use a palette again. But on first impressions, just with that matte alone, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Yeah, he does. I've not got any of his palettes, his eyeshadow palettes. All I've got from him are, got these as well. Got these as well. I got that in one of his mystery bundles, so that one is legendary. And then these came in a set. These are like £12 each on Beauty Bay. And these, I think, I'm not too sure if they're kind of Pastel Dreams ones as well. But we've got La La Land, Sunny Days, Wonderful World, and Pink Drink. And I used this one the other day when I did a blue look. The picture's on Instagram if you want to go and check it out. It was the blue look that I did with the Glam Light palette, and it looked absolutely gorgeous in the kind of waterline. Put them there. So I feel like they were about £12. I wish my nose would stop running. So yeah, there is that. Right, let's start with these shimmers. I feel like I want to put some glitter glue down, just so that they stay on all day. I'm also going to be doing a live on Monday. I don't know whether to go slightly later or earlier. Rather than filming my multi-chrome Monday and then editing it, which takes ages, I'm going to come on here and do it live. Because I don't edit these videos, they are what they are. And if I started stuttering all over the place, I still wouldn't edit it. Oops. Because that's just me. I don't know why I'm so heavily editing my videos, like my longer form content. Right, okay. Sorry, I didn't tell you what I was using. I've completely wore it off here, but on the back you can see it's the W7 Sparkle Slay. It's a good glitter glue. If you can get it, I would highly recommend it. Right. I think I'm just going to mix them, those two shades. Oh, they feel soft. Look at that pigmentation. Then I'll go in with the other one over the top. Oh yeah, that's completely changed it. So I'm going to put it on with my finger. Oh, that's nice. I don't understand why Essence have stopped selling these in the UK at all. Because I want to say it's like £3.80 or £4 for 6 eyeshadows. And they're so good. I mean, look at that pigmentation there. I'm going to leave that gap there for the gold shade. What's everyone doing today? Anything exciting? After this, I'll be doing chores and more chores. Just catching up with everything. That's pretty. Okay. I'm going to go in now then with the Morphe & Jaclyn Hill JH42. really good for inner corners. And then, oh, I didn't tell you those two shades, did I not? So, Perfect Babe, that one there, and Queen, that one there. And now we're going to go in with Superstar, that one there. Yeah. Housework and chores and DIY. That's what weekends are for, isn't it, really? Although I don't do much DIY myself. I'm not very good at it. Oh, Jane, I tried that CeraVe cleanser out. I think you bought it, didn't you? Right. Where's my lash line brush? Right, so I'm still testing it, but I don't like, I mean, it seems nice enough. I don't like that it doesn't give you much of a lather. I love cleansers that basically look like the cleansing, and I know CeraVe has kind of, I mean, it doesn't have anything bad for your skin, so it doesn't feel tight when you're taking it off. So that's good. But I mean, I would just feel like I would just like it to feel like I'm getting more of a cleanse from it. So I don't know if I'll buy it again, but I have only used it a few times. I think only 2 times actually. Probably need to give it more of a chance than that. Yeah, it looks more like a milk. I don't really like cleansers like that. I prefer ones that really foam, and I feel like that is really cleansing, more than like oils like that one does. I don't know what I thought was going to happen when I bought it, because I've used another CeraVe cleanser and that did exactly the same. I was just having a bit more high hopes for that one, but never mind, I'll use it and then I'll get a different one. Right, I think maybe I'll go in with a mixture of that one that I use for the crease. So that one is called Love Yourself. And then let's go in with this one here, No Mistakes. So we'll go in with that kind of brick red one first. And this is a Just Right beauty brush, which I love for the lash line. It's also good for inner corners as well. Oh my god. What? That's got a scent to it. Like chocolate scent. I didn't notice it on my mauve one. Second cleanse, yeah. Oh, you can see it there, the eyeshadow. I feel like I need to get a balm, but I've tried Clinique and I didn't like that either. There wasn't much of a lather there. I can't remember what I was using before CeraVe. I won one in a giveaway and it was so good, but it was so expensive. Real high-end cleanser. Can't remember what it was. I'll have to go back to the giveaway, find out. You're too much choice. I do like that Ordinary primer though. What I got last month. I've been using that a lot. So I think next Shop My Stash I need to bring the Dior one back in. Otherwise I'm going to kind of run out of it too quickly, the Ordinary one. I'm just going to use them like kind of one fortnight. I'll use the Ordinary one and then one time the Dior one. I do feel like I should get another pore gripping primer, maybe one from Elf. Right, so let's put some mascara on. I don't know if this one should be going in the bin. I've had it a while. So it's Colourpop Act Natural, I think it's called. Exactly. And it's hydrating as well. You could definitely put that on all over your face. I mean, I don't do that much because, you know, I want to kind of save it. But you could definitely put that on all over your face and not have to worry about not being hydrated. Like normally with primers for pores, I normally just go in the T-zone, but I have used that Ordinary one all over the face in a live once, and I really, really liked the way it looked. I definitely want to get more Ordinary products. You put it all over your face. I don't blame you. I mean, it's not expensive, but I don't have that pass that you have, Jane. Do you know, the one where you can order and they'll just deliver it? I mean, you paid for it throughout the year, I get that. But because I don't place too many orders from Beauty Bay, I haven't bought it. How much is it? Is it like £20 for the year? I mean, it would be worth it if I bought a lot from them. The only things I tend to buy from Beauty Bay are the Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes, which the last one I bought was Love Notes. That's how long ago it was. The last thing I bought from Beauty Bay was the Jeffree Star. It's here somewhere. Yeah, that Tangerine Queen. That's the last thing I bought, and that was well over a year and a half ago. I just don't shop there a lot. I wouldn't actually say that was the last thing. The last thing was last month when I bought all those hair products and the Ordinary primer. And I was actually tempted to buy more. I was going to get the Retro Love palette, but I'm like, rein it in, Andy. You can't be buying everything. It's going to cost you a fortune. Right, let's go in with the Patrick Ta mascara. They're so good, aren't they, Desi? These Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes. The Retro Love looks amazing. I think I'm just going to have to do it, guys. I think I'm just going to have to buy it. Because at the moment, just looking where I've stored all my new palettes, I can see 3. But I know I've got another one. I've got that small pastel one they brought out. Do you know the one with all the mattes? I know I've got that. But it's not there. It's not with the rest of my Beauty Bay ones. So I've got the Nikki Tutorials, I've got Love Notes, and I've got The Wilderness. So they're the only three I've got. Oh, you got your pass with points? I could actually do that myself. I've got quite a lot of points, over 1,000. So, right, I'm not too sure how this point system works. From what I can gather, last time I looked into it, because I was going to get something with those points after I'd ordered what I'd ordered last month. So I saw that I had over 1,000 points at that stage, and I thought about getting something then. And they said basically convert your points into a gift card. Is that how it works, Jane? Do they have to send the gift card? The getting products to another country, I've done this for my friend Lisa in Australia. It's pretty straightforward through a Beauty Bay. It just takes a little bit longer. Correct me if I'm wrong, Desi, or anyone else that's here in the chat, and you're from America. Thought so. They're really good like that. I mean, I remember ordering Lisa the Sample Beauty. No, it wasn't that. It was a BH Cosmetics one. And it took forever. I don't know why it took. Yeah, they was changing warehouses. That's what they were doing. So it took them a lot longer, and I had to get in contact with Beauty Bay and just say, look, what's going on? And it got there not long after that. The only issue I personally had with Beauty Bay is I ordered some. Do you guys know who Molly May is from Love Island? Anyway, she's got her own line of hair tools, and my niece wanted some hair curlers for her birthday, for her 13th birthday, and we ordered them from Beauty Bay at first. It went through, the order went through. Every, or who was Hermes, so they're called Every now, the couriers had them, and they were supposed to be out that day, and they didn't turn up. And it turns out that they'd lost them. No, they stole them, because I looked on TikTok and it said if you get this message, it means the couriers have actually stole your parcel. So I was going back and forth with Beauty Bay. I'm not joking. I sent so many messages to Beauty Bay about this, and they just wasn't interested. So we had to go to PayPal. Luckily, we'd ordered through PayPal. Otherwise, if we'd ordered through someone else, like just on a debit card, we would never have got our money back. Anyway, about 3 weeks later, we got the money back, and my sister ordered them from Amazon. And I swore to myself, I'm like, I'm done with Beauty Bay. I'm done with it. But the fact is, I do like the Beauty Bay palettes. So I probably will, if I find a colour story I like, I probably will always get one of those palettes, because they're so inexpensive. You want the Nikki Tutorials palette? It's not that expensive, is it? Hang on. Oh, my phone's off. Yeah, it's not that expensive at all, because it's old. I mean, it is beautiful. So yeah, it is beautiful. But it's not that old. It's not that expensive, should I say? No, you just got to, you go on the redeem points section on the app. I think that's where I'm going wrong then, because I'm actually going onto the website rather than the app. And click on the item you want, and it goes in your basket. If it's a free delivery, you'll just get that added to your account. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it makes sense. Perfect sense. Thank you. Yeah, I'll think about doing that. Or I might just not. I mean, what I've got to weigh up is in the year, how many purchases am I going to be making with Beauty Bay? And I'm on this low buy now, so I shouldn't really be thinking about buying anything, especially not eyeshadow palettes. I get so stressed. I'm like, where am I going to put it all? You know, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it. Right, so how are we looking? I like it. Right, we need to find a lipstick now. I saw one earlier that I've not used in a long time. This one. This Jaclyn Hill one. So, I need a lip liner. Let's find one. I need an orange toned one, really. I remember you saying, I think in one of your videos, Desi, that they double charge you. Did you ever get that money back, though? Didn't get back to you until months later. Sounds like Discount Beauty Boutique. Yeah, I don't blame you for deleting the app. Same, Jane. I'm like, right, so this is my pet hate about limited editions, because let's be honest, they announced it as a limited edition, didn't they, Jane? So they announced it as a limited edition. I'm not the biggest Nikki Tutorials fan, but I've never tried the Beauty Bay formula, and I'm like, oh, I need that. It looks so pretty, and I've heard great things about the actual eyeshadow formula. I need to get it. I didn't necessarily have the money at the time, but I bought it anyway. And then the releases have just kept coming and coming and coming. It goes down in price. Like it's probably not the same price as it was originally. I don't think it is. And it's like it was supposed to be a limited edition. You know, and like the palettes that they have said are limited edition, kind of are limited edition, and they've not brought them back. There was one that they brought out for Halloween, not last Halloween, I think the Halloween before it. I can't remember the name of it. And I really, really wanted that because it had some really nice duochromes in it. So yeah. And then I thought about getting last year's Halloween palette, and I think you can still get that. I think it's on TikTok. I was going to get that because it was at a low price on TikTok. And then what else? The Retro Love is the next one that I kind of thinking, oh, shall I buy it? I mean, it does look pretty. Have you got that one, Jane? Retro Love. Hi, Kat. How are you? Yeah, exactly, Desi. I'm the same. I wish they would bring back some of their other limited edition palettes. Really, really pisses me off that they don't, and that the Nikki Tutorials one is just floating around Beauty Bay, and they keep bringing the price down to just get it sold off now. Exactly, it's like, well, the Nikki Tutorials one is on a first come first serve basis. I think they said at the time, we'll be restocking once more after this. And the first release just sold out straight away, didn't it? And then they said they'll be restocking once. But I mean, at the end of the day, if people are just going to keep buying it and buying it and buying it, then of course they're going to keep restocking it. But I'm surprised it's still there years later. I mean, how old is that palette? I want to say at least 3 years old. No, no, Jane, you decluttered it. Why? Didn't you like it? Right, I think I want to go in with this one. This NYX Pumpkin. That's an orange tone red, and I need an orange tone red. How are you, Kat? Are you good? It's nice to see you here. Before, I was literally in this chat. I mean, there was other people in as well, but they just weren't speaking. It's kind of awkward as when that happens. But they only came like 20 minutes in, and I'm like, please speak. But I was in the live for at least half an hour before Jane came in. I'm like, yes. I mean, look how pretty that is. Oh no. Did you not put it on Depop or something like that? Because they would have took it off your hands. I mean, I would have bought it off you. Saves me going to Beauty Bay and wondering if it's going to get delivered. But I understand when you've got multiple shades in other palettes. Let me just do this. Yeah, when you've got the same shades in multiple palettes, it's like I'm probably not going to use it as much as my other palettes. So, you know, it's best that you declutter it and give it to someone that actually would use it. And if it's not exciting you, then yeah, just pass it on. Hey Tracy, how are you doing? Did you have a nice St. Patrick's Day? Right, so the lipstick I'm going to use is this one. This one is, it's in the shade No Rules. It's one of Jaclyn Hill's mattes. I mean, is that not me in the lipstick? I'm getting excited. I've not used it in a long time. And I feel like it'll look nice with this look. That smells nice. I don't either. I don't even like. My friends have sent me lightly used makeup, and I'm like, give me the makeup. I just, you know, I sanitize it anyway. You know, so my pet hate is going into TK Maxx and seeing finger marks in it, and it's like, right, I don't really know what that person has had, you know, as like kind of like have they washed their hands? But even if like I really, really wanted it, like if I saw what palette is on my wish list, I'm just trying to think. If I saw a glam light palette in my local TK Maxx and it had been swatched very lightly, I would take that home and sanitize it. I don't have an issue with that. Bin it? Oh, Jane. Why don't you put them on Depop? I bet people would take them off your hands. I'd put a few things on Depop in my time and they've sold. Or Vinted. Vinted, you get to keep all the costs. Depop, they actually take some of the cost, don't they? So I would say Vinted. is probably better. Oh, I really like that. I can't wait to get this HD camera because it's not showing it true to life, but I mean, I've gone a bit over the line there, but like this makeup look looks absolutely beautiful. I can't stop looking at it. Yeah, try Vinted. And if you're selling anything, let me know. Have you got a Vinted account? Because if you've got a Vinted account and you put something on there, let me know what you're selling and I'll check it out. And maybe I'll even purchase it. I can't say that I'll purchase everything you put up there, but I'm always looking for lightly used makeup that's a lot cheaper than, like, say, going to Beauty Bay. Because with Beauty Bay, obviously, I'm having to pay for the shipping as well. And that's normally like $2.99 on top of whatever I order. So, I mean, you do pay shipping charges with Vinted as well, sometimes more than that. So it's kind of a case of it needs to be worth your while. I wish I could buy from Poshmark or Macari, Desi. I would definitely support you. I'd be like, I want that, I want that, I want that. But they don't ship to the UK, so yeah. But I think you should open the account. I think, people will buy from you. My mum was saying something similar to me today. She said, why don't you try selling some of your makeup? And I said, well, to be honest, a lot of it's Revolution, and you can buy a lot of the palettes on the Revolution website. And by the time I put a price down, even if I just sell products for like £5 or 3 for 10, it's just not worth it. It's not worth me packaging it up and going to the post office, shipping charges. It's not worth it. It would only be worth it if I sold my higher end palettes, and I don't feel like there's anything out of my higher end collection that I've got that I want to sell. So I said to her, I'll give them to you and Katie, my niece. And she's like, it's just, I've got so many off you. And I said, well, we'll go through what I gave to you last time, and you can give them to a friend of yours, or give them, I mean, a lot of them ones are going to be old at this point, so she can declutter them into the bin if she wants, and I'll just give her the newer ones that I don't want anymore. Yeah, Jane, I'd really appreciate that. I mean, I'm just looking at these palettes over here. I'm always after palettes, always something. Yeah. So yeah, it would be nice to get kind of first serve. Oh, thanks, Desi. Regarding that Nikki Tutorials palette, I'll have a look, and I'm going to be sending you some mail soon anyway, and I'll just put it in your package. Saves you having to order from Beauty Bay. I know, it's the same with my mum, Jane. I've just got so much. I mean, I don't know how many. I want to say the number is around 200, and that's just eyeshadow palettes. I don't want them. And now I'm talking about, if you've got anything, I'll buy them off you. But it's like I said to my mum, I'm only going to buy things that kind of I want in my collection. Obviously, that are unique to my collection. So, it's kind of looking at the colour stories and just saying, can I dupe that palette? I want to dupe the Makeup by Mario. I can't remember what it's called, but the new palette it came out with last Christmas. It's really, really cool toned. I want to dupe that. And I feel like most of the shades I could dupe from the Natasha Denona Glam. So I'll probably do a look with that soon. It just kind of saves me getting buyer's remorse and spending money that I don't have on palettes. But yeah, I do give my mum a lot of makeup, and I give my niece a lot of makeup, and the like. I mean, it gets to the point where it's carrier bags full. It's like, well, they're out of my house. You deal with them now. Yeah. What about your cousin, Desi? Would she not use them? Yeah, guys, if you would give my, I see that 4 of you have done it. If you would give my live a thumbs up, a like, it really does help this small channel grow, and puts it out there. But before I go, some of you wasn't in here when I showed it earlier. So Desi, I told you about the package. I don't think I've told you about it arriving, but I remember saying to you I wanted 2 palettes, whether that's Snow White or Cosmic Brushes, the Muse, and I got it today. Got it. And guess which one it was? I feel like if you have palettes that haven't even been used, can't you give them to women's shelters? The Muse. Did you see it? When I was talking about it before, was you here? I didn't think. All right, okay. I'm going to do short on it in a minute. How cute, though. I know it's not for you. I know you don't like the colour story. There. It smells of, not talc, but it doesn't smell nice. I know, right? She truly is. So I'm really, really looking forward to using this. I said to everyone else who was in the live before, I said I might do a live with it. So this one, I'm just checking. This one is the one you like, isn't it, Desi? This one's pretty as well. This one of mine is a seconds palette, but it performs just like the Serenity. I actually prefer this colour story more than the Serenity. And yeah, it's beautiful. Sorry, something dropped. Or the palette, leave it open to wear it out. Yeah, I will once I've done the short and once I've done the swatches. I will do. But I feel like most palettes smell like that. What does this one smell like? This one's pretty. Perfect for spring and summer. Oh my gosh. Wait until you see it. It's so pretty. No, that one doesn't smell. Don't worry, I'm not going to smell all my palettes while I'm in live. So this is kind of the look that we created. Yeah, I'm going to be getting a HD camera soon, so it's gonna you'll see clearer because I'm doing these lives once, twice a week, and I feel like I need to invest in that rather than investing so much money in makeup. I feel like it's only £25 anyway, the camera. It's not expensive. And it just hooks up onto the laptop. Or I could try StreamYard. StreamYard, I don't know if it's better quality, So I might try that on Monday and see if I have a better quality of video. You'll have to let me know whether you watch it in the live or whether you watch it later on. Just let me know what you think, because I'm still kind of new to all these lives. I've done a few now, but not loads, not absolutely loads of them. So I'm still trying to learn best ways of doing it. Another wish list item. What, the Muse? Yeah, it was definitely on the wish list for me. Definitely. It's like I never, like, it came and I'm like, I wonder what it is. And then it's like, open it and see. And then I opened it. It was in all this bubble wrap to protect it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Just because I wanted it at first release, then I wanted it as second release. I said this earlier, I wanted to buy it at second release, but there was none left. I don't know what happened, because I set my alarm to when they said that it was being released, but when I went onto the website, it wasn't even on the website. It said stock coming later. But then when I checked it later on that evening, it said that 10 o'clock, and I thought it was 5 o'clock. So obviously it's not going to be there to buy at 5 o'clock when it's only being released at 10 p.m. Normally they release them at, I think, around 5. So it was my mistake, and it came today, and I'm like, I'm going to be using that soon. I don't know what to use though in the Shop My Stash next week. I'm just trying to figure out. If you know my collection, just let me know what you would like to see. It's going to be chopping block palettes for sure. The ones that I'm thinking that I'm going to get rid of. I mean, part of me wants to bring this out. I've used it in a live, I think last week, but I focus more on the face products. I've not used these, but I really enjoyed the face products. Yeah, I don't need to fetch it out. I feel like this is a perfect travel palette, because you've got all your face products here, and then you've got 2 rows of eyeshadow. So you've got your neutrals, your brights, and then some lip creams down here. Purple. I don't like purples. Not on me anyway. I've got quite a few purple eyeshadows. I just don't like them for me. I've got, what have I got? I've got a Juvia's Place one. Do you know the small purple palette they brought out? I've got one of those. I'm sure it's called the Violets or something like that. Then I've got a Profusion one called the Violets. The Essence Cosmetics, that mauve one, the same size as that, the mauve one. I think that's all, but a lot of my eyeshadow palettes do have purples in them, and I kind of stay away from them. I mean, lighter pastel purples, yes. Darker, deeper purples, no, I just don't like them. But it's nice that she's bringing a purple palette out for people that do love purples. I do like that, what's it called? You'll probably know, Jane. The big neutral palette that she's brought out not so long ago. You have the violets too, Desi. Do you wear purple? Yeah. Yeah, and obviously you've got to work on the blend, which I feel like I do when I use it. But I think with me, if I don't use a shade a lot, and then I just like, oh, I'm going to do a green look today. Oh, I'm going to do a purple look today. When I see it on my eyes, because I don't use it a lot, I'm like, whoa. It gets to the point like, I don't like it. You know, I don't like the way it looks on me, but I love purple on other people. It's just not for me. I think it might be the Wedding XL. Like it's quite big. See, I've not been on TikTok a lot. I've not been on P. Louise's website a lot, so I'm kind of not helping when it saying it's quite big, because that's not going to help at all. But it looks really, really beautiful. I've got some really, really nice P. Louise palettes. Well, I've got 4. I've got 2 Love Tapes, and then I've got 2 of the bigger ones, If the Crown Fits, and Worldy, that I need to use. You know, I've not used them, so I need to use them. You really suit purple though, Tracy. Bulky packaging and all right, but that's why people buy it. Let me show you something. Right. Just put that there a second. So at Christmas on the TikTok shop, I'll just tell you the story. If you've watched my YouTube channel for a while, there's a bet that you've probably heard this story before. So I ordered this palette on the TikTok shop. So excited, I got it for a steal, £27. It wasn't, I think normally they're around 40. So I'm like, yes. It was around, I think, November time again, because I know that I haven't ordered like from TikTok since then. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful packaging, right? Can you even see it? If the crown fits. The crowns are supposed to move. Right, and that's what I wanted. It's not what I wanted the palette for. I just love the packaging, but they're stuck. So it's like they've got damp in the warehouse. So they were stuck when they came. They won't move. If you've got this palette, Jane, you'll know they're just not moving, and I'm shaking it so much. Right, let's show you. Shaking it so much, and they're stuck in the same position. So it's definitely faulty packaging. And then I saw loads of black eyeshadow here, and I'm like, no, it's broken. So I opened it. So let's open it. And I want your advice, guys, on what you would do with this palette. Let me take this out. Look at that black. I've never even used this. I swatched it for a video, and normally I would do shorts, swatching this on shorts, but it's a mess. I don't want to do that for a short video. But anyway, the palette is usable. Obviously, all the other shades are fine. That ribbon, I mean, you can see, look how black it is. What would you do? Would you unattach it? Would you cut it with scissors and unattach it? And I feel like that then would kind of like fold right over because the ribbon's not keeping it up. But I mean, I'm OCD about dirt and it's absolutely filthy. But then you get another section. This one's beautiful. In fact, I think I like this section more. So they're the shades from that. Yeah, I mean, the rest of the black eyeshadow seems to be solid in there. Like you saw how hard I was shaking it then, and it's not moved anything. But if it does keep making a mess, then definitely I will take it out as well. But kind of like, oh, they're moving a little bit. small things. Small things excite me. Watch. Oh, you can't see it now. They've gone back sticking. Right, so there's that one. And this one. And I would have preferred this one came to me broken. With the If the Crown Fits, I reached out to P. Louise and I just explained the situation. And they gave me a full refund back, which is how a company should be. They didn't ask any questions. Well, they basically said, can you send us a picture? So I did. And they didn't ask me, though, which is what I wanted them to ask me, if I wanted a new one. They just gave me a refund, and it's like, well, I wanted a perfect palette, you know. I said, what do you want to do with the palette? And she said, oh, just keep that. She said, you don't need to bother sending it back. So that is how a company should be. I remember ordering the Glam palette from Natasha Denona from Look Fantastic, and the best that they could offer me was, I think, a 10 or 20% discount or send the palette back. This was in the pandemic as well. And, you know, I needed to print out all this information to send it back to the company. And I'm like, I don't have a printer. And they're like, well, you need to send it back to us before we can issue a refund or issue a replacement. And it's like, in the end, I kept it and got the 20% off. I think it was 20% off. This one, the Worldie, this one, everything moves. Does it? Yeah. This one's quite nice. I don't know if it's me. Maybe I should have given this away in a giveaway. I do really, really like the greens. Do really like them. You can see me up there. But the blues, I don't think they'll ever get used. Maybe those aqua shades there. Maybe that orange down there will. And then these greens and browns here. But it's not one of those palettes that I'll use often, I don't think. Oh, my God. Did they? They wouldn't even give you a replacement or a refund on the palette that came like that. Like, the mirror came broken. That's even worse than an eyeshadow coming broken. Yeah, I'm glad you got your replacement in the end, Jane, because that is just awful. I guess I was just lucky then when they said just send. There was like, just send us a picture and then we'll give you a refund. I didn't get an option of a replacement because it was busy time. It was really, really close to Christmas, and it was around Black Friday sale, I think. Yeah, I remember it being around that Black Friday sale, and they just like didn't even offer the replacement. They just give me a refund and said keep the eyeshadow palette. So it's like, really, when you think about it, it's a win-win situation for me, because I've got the palette. It's just one shade and there's still half of the black shade anyway, and I don't even use black eyeshadows. So yeah, I just wanted to show you kind of, I think there's a fault in the palette already because the crowns at the top are supposed to move and they don't. And for that to happen, normally it could be damp in the warehouse or just a fault in the actual packaging. So I've got it. I'm going to use it. I'll do a look with it really, really soon. And I think I've taken too much of your time up. So I'm going to go and let you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Like I said, if you're free on Monday, I'll probably do the same time. If you're free on Monday and want to join me for the Multichrome Monday live, I would love it. I know, right? right? Oh, I think my battery's going to die. Have I frozen at your end? Wait a minute. Sorry, are you all still there? Oh, I froze at this end. My charger's going. Sorry, my battery's going, and I had to run and get my charger. So they've been good with other damages, missing items I've had. Must depend on who answers the email. Is that from P. Louise Direct or is it from the TikTok shop? Was I frozen at your end? I'm like, I'm frozen. I'm frozen. I'm going to have to get my charger. Don't want you ladies think I'm being ignorant. Normally, I have my charger plugged in just in case, but it was on full battery. I'm like, I'm not going to be talking that much. Is it still frozen? P. Louise Direct. Yeah, because I ordered that crown palette from TikTok shop, and also the Worldy palette came in a beauty box from the TikTok shop as well. So I've not ordered, I don't think, any of my eyeshadow palettes from the TikTok shop. Sorry, from P. Louise's website direct. So I've not really had experience of dealing with them on the website, but I have through TikTok shop, and it took them, I'm glad I'm okay now. It took them a while to get back in contact with me, but it was the same day. And it's like, okay, cool. I can keep the palette and you're going to give me a refund. The refund took a few days. And yeah, I mean, it's all good. I've still not, I mean, I bought that palette in November, swatched it and still not used it. I left and came back much better. Sorry, guys. From now on in lives, I'll make sure I've got my charger plugged into the wall. I'm like, earlier when I was in on my own, I'm like, this is going to be the fastest live ever. And in fact, I think it's turned into the longest live ever. So it's like nearly 2 hours at this point. Anyway, as I was saying, hope you all enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing. And again, you know, if you can make it to the Multichrome Monday on Monday, it's going to be about 1:30, shall we say 2:00, because I can't get for going. So we'll say 2:00. And yeah, hopefully we'll do a good look. And I won't have to edit it, so that'll save me time, and I can focus on the Married at First Sight, episodes 7 and 8, and then I'll have to watch it again on Monday. So that's taken up a lot of time at the moment. I want to say thank you to everyone that's watching the commentary, and thank you to everyone that's been in the live, and thank you to thank you to those that watch these lives later on. Jane, Desi, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it, and I'll speak to you both again soon. Bye.